Welcome, good afternoon everybody out there listening to the live stream on Quaffle. We're at Sir Bruce Small Park this afternoon for round 4 Quaffle action between the Surfers Paradise Demons and the neighbours, the Labrador Tigers. It's also Anzac round, and we had the ceremony earlier just to honour those who have served our great country. Looking forward to a cracking game this afternoon. My name's Julian Vanendries. I'll be calling the action alongside with a debutant, a man by the name of John Pekin. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Julian.
Great to have Jack here.
Good to be here, mate.
Great to have him here. He's been part of the Queensland footy landscape for 20 or 30 years, I think, and over a numerous amount of clubs. We'll talk more about that later, Jack, but looking forward to a cracking contest here on a lovely afternoon at Bruce Small Park. So as the umpire getting ready to bounce the ball to get us underway, the Demons kicking to our right. Big Harris Newton, the tall ruckman, goes up against Davidson for the Labrador Tigers. There's another quick wrap up and another stoppage will eventuate. So these two teams, different form lines going in. Jack, Surfers are coming off 2 wins. Labrador quite the opposite. They haven't had a win yet this year. They're 0-2, so they'll be fired up to rectify that this afternoon as Surfers get the first foray forward. Comes off a chain of hands. There's a handball that goes astray there. Ball hits the deck. Teams just softening each other up with a couple of spoils. Ball on the ground here again. And good, strong wrap-up tackle. Oh, it's a body slam. I think the umpire's calling that dangerous there. That was the big ruckman for Labrador in Davidson. A bit aggressive there with the tackle, and the ensuing free kick goes to the Demons. They go inside 50 for the first time this afternoon. There's a one-on-one there. Big fly. Although Labrador come away with that and pump it out to the far side.
Jared Mills.
Jared Mills there, good repelling. Long-term servant here at the Tigers and Southport and the Brisbane Lions before that, Jack. He does know how to defend for a footy team. So you see big Mills there throughout the day. So as I was saying, the Tigers be very keen to get a win on the board. It is round 4 now. They're both coming off a bye over the Easter bye, both teams, so nice and fresh.
Yep.
And we do have a number of changes. In fact, Surfers have up to 6 changes in their side today. And the notable outs, Firewood, Cassidy Haberfield, 3-time best and fairest player, unavailable due to a upcoming Muay Thai bout. So he's resting today watching.
As you do.
Yes, his priorities are in line there, but I believe the coach knew about that before the season started. So that one's been ticked off, with young Cass getting ready for his fight. But a couple of big ins as well for the Demons with Dan Green, Noah Corbett, the Southport listed player. He'll replace Haberfield there in the engine room in the midfield, mate. And for the Tigers, the neighbours up the road, they have a couple of changes as well. They're notable outs, Matt Daniel, the defender, and Jurovic, who's been called up to the NEFL. And a couple of ins there. They've got a young winger come up from the under-18s in Cooper Anderson on his debut.
Oh, yep, on this side wing, yep.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see
how he settles in.
He settles into his first afternoon of Quaffle action. Here we go, as we come out to the near side there, young Vander working for the Demons was held without it. The umpire lets that one go. Mills, again, the man we spoke of earlier, gets it out to his midfield group. So it's a hot footy early, Jack, as they go forward. Chain of handballs by the Tigers. They ensuing kick. They look for big Retzlaff up forward, but a good spoil there by Jewell. Ball bobbles out of bounds. So no one really getting the ascendancy yet, Jack.
No, it's been a little bit give and take. The ball's been on the ground a little bit of nerves, I suppose. There's certainly, the ball hasn't been clean and crisp thus far.
Probably, just the early pressure, which is normal at this standard of footy. There is a breeze coming straight across at us from wing to wing, John, but it shouldn't affect things too much.
Easterly? Is that an easterly?
I think it's
direct?
a sou'easter, mate. 20 knotter, so it will blow as the afternoon goes on, but beautiful conditions otherwise. Lovely sunny afternoon, 24 degrees. So here we go, the Demons, that's through Kane Ford, the veteran. He's kick misses the target, so they'll give it back to Labrador. They'll go out the other side where they've got numbers. That's young, Watmuff, one of the brothers in the side. Very good, but the Demons get it back. They're playing give and get back, and this time they find a target inside the 50, the home side, the Demons.
Beautiful kick over the top to Matthew Green.
21
just on
Matthew Green, yeah. The kick did aid him, you're right. Jacket came in with the breeze and was able to take a chest mark under little pressure from Mills there.
That's Mills, the Labrador fullback, is it? Yep.
There's Green.
Mills.
He'll kick from about 40 out, stuttering approach, and that one's just faded away and gone out to the right. So he did allow for that breeze from left to right, but it did get hold of it, so maybe a little bit stronger than we thought out on the ground.
Yeah, look at the top of those trees over there in that forward pocket for a surface, and it certainly seems to be blowing a lot more.
Always a good indicator, Jack, those trees there. As the ensuing play on, the new rule there, John, with the not having to kick out of the goal square and just run and go. It's really opened things up here. As Boxer, great name, Johnny Boxer for the Tigers, gets them forward. And there's a chain of Tigers. They're out the back here. No surface player within Cooey. And an easy goal to Big Ratslap. So what happened there, John? Surface got caught out the back.
Just caught out a bit lazy, because Surface certainly got the quick kick out of full back.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, Labrador got that quick kick out of full back and just rolled on and...
Well, they call that coast to coast, Jack, and that went coast to coast as quick as you'd like. It was one or two clearing kicks, one handball over the back, and Surface were just not set up for that. Whether they were just daydreaming there, but
Trent Goldfinch, who's Ratslap's man, or is it? No, he's on. Who was he on there? Beg your pardon. Let's use the full forward.
Well, they could have raffled it.
Out a bit. Yeah, Ratslap was out. He was the recipient of some.
Yeah, they could have raffled it in the end. They had a couple out the back. So anyway, we start again, and balls bounce. Newton up against Davidson. Labrador this time get the clearing handball out. They come out to the near side. This looks like young Boxer again, the man I spoke of early. Keeps the ball in. Lovely done with the tap of the hand and gets a quick handball out. The umpire will adjudicate that as a throw. So Surface take it away with the advantage. See if they can settle things down and hit a couple of targets.
Dylan
Mutu, Southport player. To Kane forward, gets a quick handball. This time they move it up the middle. Nice aggressive play here from the Demons to Nick Scott. And that kick's not an aggressive kick, that's kicked out to the pocket, and things get nullified there with a boundary throw in. So they went into the middle there, Jack, the Demons, and it looked, you want your next kick probably top of the goal square and put some pressure on the defence, not out in that pocket.
No, that's the defensive side for Brody, and that's where they really didn't want it, having the attacking tendency there.
There's a boundary throw in, and Labrador will clear this one away with a hacking kick that could end up out of bounds, and it does. Now, John, last year we saw a bit of these two teams. Surface were right up there in the top four in a prelim final, where Labrador, after a premiership in 2017 and a grand final appearance in 2018, losing to Palm Beach, the rebuild started last year, I think, for the Tigers, and it looks like it is continuing this year, although they have shown some good form in patches, but just haven't strung together 4 quarters yet this year. So today will be that consistency over 4 quarters will be what they're after, I think.
Oh, with zipping too, you got to sort of just roll it forward and just throw the body on the line and throw everything at it.
I think they're finding out about a few of the new recruits and where they fit in. They still have got some of the mainstays they've had over those glory days a few years ago. So if they can get the mix right and find a few settled positions, they might be a danger later in the year. But they've started well here, the Tigers. They are 1 goal 6. The Demons yet to score. So the Demons this time through forward has been busy. A bit on the end of that, although there's a slight fumble, and Labrador will go. They're switching the ball well here, both sides, going left to right, coming out to the near side now. They've got a number 9 there for the Tigers in Graham, the on-baller. Let's see what he looks to do here. He's got numbers in board. Chiseling little ball into Alex McKay. I've been impressed with as well. The young nuggety midfield. That's a lovely kick forward and hits big Hugo Barry on the chest. There's another one. He's a tall, wiry, sort of a third tall down there, John. Hugo Barry, and he's impressed me in what I've seen so far. So let's see. Now I've given him a wrap. See how he goes with a set shot for goal.
Put the markers on him. That could happen. Young Davidson there had a little bit of the ball to swing it inboard then. Good kick, because they had probably the majority of the play thus far, but just turned it over a little bit.
And as we speak, Jack Barry doesn't make a liar of me. I did give him a wrap, and there was no commentator's curse there. He split the middle, and Labrador off to a flyer, which is what you always want to do when you're travelling away, is to get off to a good start.
Yeah.
And
that breeze is favouring their end
not only
a little bit.
silence the crowd, but
it has sat the crowd on their backsides a little bit. Okay, yeah, so their on-ball crew have been in the ascendancy as well.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, a couple of the on-ballers, Jared Graham, Alex McKay starting to get a bit of it, and that man Davidson, number 2, looks very handy as well for the Tigers. So Big Newton for the Demons gets them away very well with the tap, but Labrador shark it. They come out to this side again. They've been successful a couple of times with the switch. Have to be clean here with the hands. They weren't. They're outnumbered now. The Demons get around it.
Van der Werken did well to put a tackle on there.
Did well, and ball gets hacked. I think we'll see a bit of the play on this side, John,
Yep,
with the wind
yep.
coming, like you said, from the southeast. The footy will find its way out onto this wing, but Labrador just had to be a little cleaner there. They had a one-on-one and a runner going past, but Surface managed to rein him in. So there's a ball in on the forward flank for the Demons, and the ruckman go out. I think there was high contact on young Newton there. Umpire, there was. So Surface come forward. Kick to a contest. There was hands in the back there. Let's see if they take the advantage. No, they won't. They'll bring that back. So the Demons have had their fair share of the ball. They've just had trouble joining the dots that last kick inside 50, which, as we all know, is the most important one.
Labrador have sat back, defended back well here. They've plenty of numbers. That's a short kick from Surface.
That's Noah Corbett, John, the Southport listed player, but has played a lot of footy here with the Demons. So he finds Nicholas O'Hare, strongly built young man. That's a better looking kick. He squared that up to a dangerous spot to Dan Green. Strongly built as well. And the goal kicker, regular goal kicker here for the Demons, leading goal kicker last year. But Labrador deal with it. It was a hurried kick, and they've turned it over again. So Labrador have settled the quicker of the two.
They certainly have. Their setup and their switch has been pretty damn good thus far.
Here we go again. It's on the just on the 50-metre arc for the Demons. There's a flying shot. Labrador have got that covered with numbers back as Wade Mills just sees it trickle over for a behind there. So they've got players out already, the Tigers. That's, although well done there, chopped off there by Nathan Trevina for the D's and pops it inboard, but
not a great kick.
The Tigers strongly come out and intercept
7,
the mark
Jaden
there.
Young.
Jaden Young.
For Labrador, yep.
They've got some strongly built defenders down there, the Tigers. So here we go, that Alex McKay, that man we spoke of for the Tigers. Nuggety midfielder that goes in and under.
Chopped it inboard.
Surface win out. There's numbers inboard there, but they'll need to be quick and clean. Nick Scott, the former Broadbeach Cat, chiselling ball to Green, starting to get his hands on it as a key forward. A couple of early touches never hurt. So he's a long way from home. Decides to handball, and it goes to no one. So now they're in trouble. And that's a strong tackle there by Hayden Keel, a Southport Premiership player, a bit of a journeyman, played a lot of footy.
Very lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, the handball just
gave him nothing.
Well, initially the handball from Green wasn't great either, so a couple of mistakes now. Surfers will just have to settle if they want to get on the scoreboard. But like you said, I think Labrador are kicking with the aid of that breeze. This is Prestigard, number 2 for the D's, a very, very reliable defender, as that ball has been taken out of bounds. So, yeah, I just think Labrador have settled the better and maybe just a little bit more fire in the belly. 0-2 as we spoke about. It's just a must-win for them against the neighbours here at Surface.
Lakeman's going off there with a, looks like he got a dead arm there in that tackle.
Contest now, and that one, the umpire says, I'll have that, thank you. We'll ball that up.
39 for Service Paradise. Who's 39 for Service Paradise?
Here they go again. Good body work by the Tigers ruckman there as they get it moving forward. Quick chain of handballs. They need to be clean, and they weren't. And we have probably our 10th boundary throw in, John, for the afternoon.
We haven't been far away from the action. There's certainly been plenty of mistakes made, especially the handball turnovers as well.
Yeah, you can't put it down to the weather really, mate.
No.
It is blowing a little bit, but missed handballs, I think, is just that perceived pressure, mate. They just haven't settled yet. So here we go. Rankin gets in. Scott again. Chain of handballs comes out the back. That was well set up by the D's. They get it forward. It's got numbers. Strong tackle there. Umpire holds the whistle and adjudicates that there was no prior opportunity. Wow. So another ball in the same position as we had 30 seconds ago.
I think Corbett was lucky there, Julian, to get away with that. I think
there
may have been prior opportunity. But yeah, we'll go with the umpire.
Always got to, John. Always got to. As the ruckman duke it out there. Big Green, well done. He took it out of the ruck, handled it to the running forward, puts it to a dangerous spot. But they're holding up well in defence. They're retreating, the Tigers. They're set up nicely.
Just that last kick into the deep forward line to the Surface is proving there.
Mills has got that out there to Rhett Lloyd. They work in tan and they've got it as far as centre wing, but things break down a little and Surface counts and force the ball up. So that was a really impressive ruck work there from the Matthew Green, who's more of a key forward type, and he does pinch hit in the ruck. He's doing that again as we speak. But bodied his opponent under the ball and grabbed it and got it moving forward. So here they go again, Surface. Can they hit a target inside 50? It just hasn't worked for them as yet.
Corbett.
They've got another chance. Here we go. Vanderwerken. Handball. Maybe they're over handballing. Vanderwerken have a kick. A flying shot. That's better. Hits the mark on that one. The blonde speedster, number 32, Dan Vanderwerken, one of the club's favourite sons here. Beautiful mover. Just runs up and down that wing all day, and he showed them how the ball needs to be finished through the goals there, John.
Terrific handball from Corbett off the ground there to get it back to Vanderwerken. Just proved a little bit like cleaner handballs they've had first part of the game just to get things moving.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Vanderwerken over the years. Not so much of a midfielder, but just that wingman that keeps running and gets on the end of the chain and can finish a goal as we saw there. Yeah. So
certainly knew where the ball was going.
Just a settler there for the D's, the home side. Anzac round, I should say, clash round 4 in the Quaffle Premiership season. So here we go again. The Tigers win this clearance, and they have been in top in that area. That's a long kick out to Retzlaff. The kick favoured him. Thought he took it on the chest, but the umpire said no, play on. So the Demons through Jewel, pump it back up the wing. Green, the man we spoke of, impressive before, does well to halve that contest. They get it out to their runners. Away go the Demons. They're starting to settle now. Big Green onto that left boot, but a good spoil there. Good roving. They've got numbers now. If they can get on the end of this, the Demons will be clean. Well done. Handball goes inside. Was there a high tackle? No, it was good. Play-on's a call. Pressure's great from Labrador. They might lock this up. They can't afford to let this one spill out the back. Surface have got numbers. But they do well to have that stoppage there. And seeing some better ball use now from Surface. They are a running side, Jack. Yeah, and they're starting to move and hit targets a little better now, just settling in.
Corbett, the man on the ground, flicking the handball out again then too.
He's your boy, Corbett. You've called him a couple of times. So strong bullocking stuff there by the Tigers. They've managed to turn this into a scrap, and just the two different styles of play. I know that Surface love to run and use the space out this big oval here, and they have a side that capable of that. Couple of speedsters and their on-ballers can run and carry as well. As we see this, Hayden Keel just pinched that one like a thief in the night out of the stoppage and decided to go the check side and just across the face of the goal. But as I was saying, Jack, the Surface do rely on their run and carry, and if they're missing handballs like they were earlier, that's going to break down, and I'm sure Labrador will be happy with stoppage after stoppage because they're a bit more of a physical side that love the contest. So I think that's the two contrasts of these two neighbouring Gold Coast clubs at this stage. So Labrador bring the footy in. It's a lovely long kick in, and Johnny Boxer, love that name, lovely chest mark, gets things moving. Here they go. That's an up and under there by big Reese Jesse Maple. Retzlaff's been busy. Always competes hard, Bryce Retzlaff, the former Brisbane Lion.
Just that last kick into the half forward there to Retzlaff to let the Labrador down.
Yeah,
just
a bit of an up and under to a nowhere
2-on-1,
position, wasn't it?
2-1
Yeah.
against.
So Retzlaff, John did spend some time at the Lions and did look good there for a number of years, but just since then has been a good quality quaffle footballer.
With Labrador for that time.
Yes, last few years with the Tigers, so he's been a great pickup.
Yeah,
and they just
good height,
build that forward line around him.
very mobile.
Mobile for a big man,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Certainly looking to go through him on those forward drives.
Here we go, the big ruckman go at it. Big Davidson's a big, strong boy, number 26 in the ruck for the Tigers. Once he parks his body in front, it's no getting around. A bit Mumford-like, isn't he, John?
He likes to set that physical presence around the rucks at this stage.
I like Nick Scott's game so far. Number 8 for the Demons coming out of the back line. Doesn't let me down. Hits the target with his handball, although they're retreating, the D's. That's a short one. It does go to 15, the required distance, just although that one's put him under pressure. They've over-handballed again here. Oh, there's a push in the back and it was dangerous. Corbett into the Labrador player head first.
Yeah, lucky Corbett's a strong fella because that could have hurt.
You won't see him take a backward step. He's given the brow a little bit of a wipe and he's getting on with it. Here we go again. That's a good handball that releases forward. But the kick misses and Mills' experience just fumbles that one over the line.
Beautiful offload from Joshua Matulis.
Yeah, he was the one that put number 5 forward into space there. You're right. The timing of that was impeccable.
Correct. Very, very nice indeed.
So forward pocket, right-hand side for the Demons, looking to catch the Tigers on the scoreboard. And they're first to the footy there. Tackles well done. Vanderwerken gets a handball out to Scott. What can he do here? Chiselling ball. Oh, and it does find its mark there. The Labrador player just fell to the back of that contest. And that's Jack Mentha for the D's. And he'll have a shot from about 45 straight in front. Bearing in mind that wind's coming from left to right, he'll need to aim probably at the left point post here as Mentha comes in. Good sturdy approach. That's a lovely looking ball. That never looked like missing Jack, straight into those trees.
No, he's certainly jammed that.
And all of a sudden, things have turned around. We find the Demons 2 goals 3-15 ahead in the contest for the first time today. The Tigers, things have dried up a little bit for them. It's 2 goals 0-12.
Yeah, just tighten up the skills a bit, Service, and a few of their handball targets, a few of their kicking targets, just hitting the spot. Scott's been prominent. Nick Scott there, just squeezed a nice one out to that centre half forward spot.
He has.
Where
You're right.
Hayden Keel was a beneficiary. Yeah,
the Demons' first five or so minutes was very shaky, and they kept giving the Tigers use of the footy. So they've tidied that up, and they look a very attacking unit at the moment. So let's see what happens with his clearance. Labrador have done well through the big man we spoke of, Lockie Davidson, but Harris Newton wins that one. And the Demons go forward again through forward. Here we go again. There's an ensuing battle. Ball hits the deck. Can they hold it in this time, the Demons? Well done, the Dusty Martin fend off. And he does well. He gets it inboard. Flying shot at goal. That one just faded across the face. That was the number 72, Charles Ford.
Yes.
Not sure if he's a relation to Kane, number 5, but Charles Ford, I believe, is a NEFL listed player with the Sharks. One of a number for the Demons here, so...
I think he's related to Henry Ford. Sounds
Henry.
like a very prominent name, yeah.
You could go on and on about the Fords, Jack. Here we go.
Trent Goldfinch.
The theme continues with Surface, and that man, Scott, again, chisels a ball, and it's a lovely ball that finds Dan Green, the goal-kicking machine. here for the D's, the number 22.
Very much the same spot as that last goal. Kick for Tequil.
No stranger to a set shot. And after the last one from Mentha, he'll get a good look at this and a good line. So as Big Dan Green comes in, deliberate action, left foot, and they like that. The cries of as soon as it left the boot. Goal umpire didn't have to move.
He didn't, he just squatted down and watched it sail overhead, and you took your advice once again, Julian, with the left goal post, aimed at it. And
I think it was the last two set shots have been very deliberate, a little bit lower and more penetrating kicks, so the wind hasn't got hold of those, Jack. But so the Demons have fixed that inside 50 issue they had earlier where they just couldn't spot up a target, and it was poor ball use, but they've fixed that right up, and they've piled 3 goals on the board in no time at all. So let's see if Labrador can answer here. There's a bit of loose checking on the wing out here. They're letting the young debutant Cooper Anderson for the Tigers just
giving him a little bit of room.
Just wander around on his own. Yeah. So let's see if he can exploit that. The umpire bounces that. They'll have to be recalled. And
Paddy Rankin for service. He's quite happy to go on his own there.
Yeah, experienced campaigner too, Paddy Rankin. Speedster. Good user of the ball, so he's backing himself in. But as we say, the debutant had a chance there, Cooper Anderson, to get his hands on there. He just ran past it. It just needs a couple of early, not sure if you can remember your debut, John, all those years ago, a couple of early touches that give him a bit of confidence.
I can't.
Here we go, Davidson for the Tigers, gets them going forward. Can they give Big Ratzlaff some use? Here we go there. Ball's in dispute. Surface come away with it. So they're getting on top. There's a push out there. Play on's a call. 2-on-1. Labrador fire this back in through number 11, Nick Jackson. The kids pump back in. Surface have numbers back. They're not getting caught out the back this time. That man, Paddy Rankin, cleans up. They move it out to the near side. He'll have to be quick. Does well with a little shimmy and a little shake. Goes to Matt Green. Gets the hands out free. That one's kicked to the pocket and it'll probably float out of bounds. So good repelling work there from the surface defence. A couple of kicks to a dangerous spot there, and Big Ratzlaff was kept out of that contest.
Yeah, good raking left foot out of fullback. Ratzlaff's direct opponent is...
Yeah, that's Big Jewel, I believe. Sam Jewel.
Yeah. So Goldfinch is
good size as well, good mobile type.
Yeah.
As Labrador just didn't look up as they were coming out of the defence there and pumped it straight down to one of Surface's best players in Brodie Haberfield, who hasn't got his brother out there this afternoon, but Brodie's no stranger to holding up that back line for the Demons. As
poor kick from Goldfinch.
Turn the footy over again. So let's see what Labrador can do this time. That's young number 10, Johnny Boxer.
It is great.
I kid you not. John Boxer. That's better use. Just hits the hit-up target. And they go forward through Michael Lakeman. That's a lovely... Well, Ratzlaff played for the free kick. He threw the arms out as if to say, I was shepherded, sir, and they agreed with him. So a bit of experience there from Ratzlaff. Got out-pointed. But umpire agreed with him as a shepherd. So Bryce Ratzlaff will have a shot.
It was Nick Scott, I think, that had that free kick against him. He telegraphed it, didn't look at the ball. So the umpire, as soon as they see
poor
that...
old Sam Jules on the mark. So he has to take the rap for that. But one for the team. But Ratzlaff, who's the key pillar down there, this should be his bread and butter from 35 out, slide angle. Breeze over his shoulder. Ratzlaff comes in. 2 steps, bang. Umpire doesn't move. That's a lovely answer back from the Tigers. So well done there. We probably put that goal down to our boy Johnny Boxer there. That's transitional little chisel ball up the middle, hit a target, bang. Next kicks down to a dangerous spot for Big Bryce.
And the Big Bryce, and they'd be happy with that, I think, Labrador, given the amount of play they've had. That Surface have had dominated play in the last 10 minutes.
Well, it's 3 goals apiece, John, and you've got to say that Surface have had most of the run of the play, apart from the first 5 minutes. So I things just about all square. 3 goals, 4-22 to the home side, just with their noses in front to Labrador. Lovely kicking, 3 goals straight, 18. As we renew hostilities here, the ruckmen go at it again. Davidson, that time won by the youngster for the Demons in Newton. Surface go forward, they win the clearance, although the ball is hacked forward. It's not a great kick, but here they go around again. Good smother there by the Tigers.
Forwards kick smother.
Left foot ball, this has to hit its target. It doesn't, but there's a free kick. They play on with the advantage.
Mackay.
This is Mackay. It's a dangerous customer. It's a lovely kick. Retzlaff's coming into the game.
Got a loose.
He's turned and just bombed that forward. Doesn't hit its mark. Ball's running, and just trickles out of bounds there in the far pocket. So,
yeah, Retzlaff kicks probably a little bit high and hopeful there, just given that breeze.
Probably just tried to bang it forward, get it into a dangerous spot.
Jesse Maple, didn't have much of a chance to get the hands on.
You're right, probably could have held that up and hit up a leading target, but here they go again. Dangerous spot still for the Tigers. They've got themselves back in this contest. Oh, it's a good tackle. That must be holding the ball. And he was blindsided there by the number 40, Jared Mills, who saw the play unfold and was licking his chops. It's a lovely tackle there on, I believe that might be Jack Prestigard, the experienced campaigner, the defender for the D's.
Yeah,
just didn't see it coming, John.
Yeah, and probably didn't hear a call if it was given.
No, it happened quickly, so here we go. We'll find out a little bit about Jared Mills. He'll need to aim for the right-hand goal post. It's a neat low dart and just does enough to get over the line, so it's a seesawing game, John.
Yeah.
The Tigers
hitting the lead, they'd be very happy with that. Given can't have too long to go in the quarter, and to get those 2 late goals, they'd be wrapped with. And terrific tackle too from Mills. Yeah, as he said, he would have been licking his chops, seeing that handball come in front of him.
So good game of footy unshooing here, John. Saturday afternoon, Sir Bruce Small Park, Anzac round. Both teams settling in nicely after a shaky, scrappy old start. Both teams starting to flare up and play some good attractive football. So it's goal for goal at the moment, and we're seeing no one with the real ascendancy in the clearances as yet. It's been halved. So here they go again. Davidson and the big fella for Surface, and this time gets back to Davidson. He handballs to his namesake in Tom Davidson. It's a lovely kick. That's how you like him, streaming out of the forward line.
Yeah, plenty of space. Retzlaff.
That man we spoke of earlier, Retzlaff, had space to lead into the on-baller in Tom Davidson, had time to deliver, and here's we see a set shot on goal 25 metres out, so just a little bit even easier shot than he had a couple of minutes ago, Jack.
Big fella Lockie Davidson, some nice hands there. Just to be Johnny on the spot there to get those quick hands out to Davidson. Now, are they related? Do we know?
Well,
the size difference would say not.
Haven't done my research on that far, John, but here we go. But we do know that Retzlaff is a goal kicker, and he has slotted another one. Second for the quarter. So well done. It is seesawing. 5 minutes ago, Surface looked like they were going to pile on the goals. Yeah. They went inside 50 about 8 times in a row, and now Labrador have just tightened things up, and they've answered with the last 3 goals. So
we just took the foot off the pedal a little bit, Surface there. Everything was going their way, and
maybe
just a couple of breaks, a couple of turnovers, and 3 goals in 5 minutes.
It has been. It's what we want to see, though. We want to see goals kicked in, at both ends and a high-scoring contest. Good open game and lovely afternoon for footy. As Newton and Davidson go at it again. Newton's getting his hand on it, but the Tigers seem to be sharking this. This time Vanderwerken gets it. It's a scrappy old kick. Paddy Rankin gets it moving forward as well, and that is it for the first quarter here.
Good idea from Rankin there to hit it on. Just didn't quite bounce up in the...
So as we said, seesawing game in which 8 goals have been kicked in the first quarter. The Labrador Tigers, beautiful conversion rate in front of goals, 5 goals straight, 30 points. 8 points ahead of the home side, Surfers Paradise, 3 goals for 22. And we will be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere for round 4 quaffle action here. Surfers Paradise versus Labrador Tigers. Back with the second quarter shortly.